Hey there. Oh, one more video, and why not? Pourquoi pas? This is Linda G. Robert, your Back in the Groove Again coach. I'm not in my car today. I am walking because I have been in meetings either with clients or students or really interesting people like Dan from Transylvania. That was really interesting. So I chatted with Dan. We connected through LinkedIn. I am on LinkedIn, so connect with me through LinkedIn if you're interested. Dan is a coach, lifestyle coach, and he owns a farm in Transylvania. He has a lot of acreage, and he grows his own food, and I believe he has his own animals and that as well. And I've never thought of Transylvania as a place to visit, actually, because I told him the first thing I thought of when I heard of Transylvania is, of course, Count Dracula. And of course he knows about that, but he says that it's very safe for women. So, you know, I wish I can just click my fingers and go traveling there and find out a little bit more about it. Because I told him, he knows I'm a travel coach, I told him that I really would prefer to experience it first before I actually recommend places. He sounds like a great guy. I'm sure he is a great guy. He's married. He's got a child, maybe two. And he really wants to help people change their lifestyle through eating, through, you know, healthy living. And I'm for that as well, of course. You know, I specialized in wellness. I worked in the mental health system. I went through a burnout years ago, and I had to make some serious changes to my lifestyle. I shared about that in a different video. So when Dan was telling me about his farm, I thought, oh man, I want to go there. I want to go there. So today, after my conversation with him, I had other meetings, and now I'm on a walk because it's time to move the B-U-T-T. Because, you know, when we're sitting down all day long, or most of the day, we have to get out and move around. Actually, that's part of my self-care model. Years ago, I came up with a wellness, self-care and well-being model. And it includes choice at the middle of this model, choice. And then it includes breathing, calming activities, movement, as well as savoring. I'll tell you just a little bit about that model. You know, when we're busy, when we're so busy that we don't even take care of ourselves, it becomes a choice what we do after a while. So that's why choice is at the center of this model, because it stems from choosing the right strategies, the right food, the right activities, the right amount of sleep, the right mindset, and so on. It's about breathing, keeping it very simple, right? Breathing. You know, if there's nothing, we can't live without the breath. But oftentimes we're so busy, we go on and on and on during the day that we forget to, you know, just take a moment and just stop and breathe. So I've been practicing mindfulness meditation for many years. And that's when I really noticed, wow, I actually breathe. I know it sounds silly, but taking a moment to breathe. Also, calming activities, whether it's reading, whether it's yoga, whatever it is, and it could be just maybe listening to calming music. That's also important or necessary as well to help us just balance, put a little bit more balance in our life. And of course, there's movement, which is what I'm doing now. But movement can be different types of movement. Even in my book, I talk about how movement, decluttering can be part of movement as well. Moving to another city is part of movement, because it does change our energy. It changes our mindset as well when there's more movement. And of course, physical movement, like what I'm doing right now. And the last part of that model is savoring. Savoring the moment. Savoring the opportunities that we have. Just like right now, I'm going to stop for a minute. I don't know if you can hear that. I can hear the birds. Really being in the moment, looking around. I'm going to look around. I'm going to show you where I am too. I can hear the birds. They're coming from over there. So we can savor moments. We can savor our food. And when I savor food, I slowly, chew it, slowly move it in my mouth. We call that mindful eating as well. And you'll notice that when you're eating more mindfully, how you can taste everything in it and you appreciate it much more. And when you take time to savor, you also remember those moments more. Like, I'll just give you a very quick example. I remember I did a video quite a few years ago when I was, I had talked about a 5-day challenge. And this was day 3 or 4. I can't remember which day it was, where I was talking about savoring. And I was savoring I think it was salted caramel ice cream or frozen yogurt. I can't remember now. But when I was eating it, was it awesome. And I remember that moment now because I took the moment, the time to really smell it and feel it go down my throat and just swish it in my mouth and taste the different, flavors in that particular frozen yogurt. And I remember that because I was in that particular moment. So savoring is very, very important. And it's also a way to connect with, other people, especially when we are savoring with other people as well. Anyways, I talked about a lot of different things. If you are interested in my services as a travel coach, it's all about maybe savoring the experience. Maybe that's what you want to experience the next time you travel. So if you want to experience something different, maybe you want to chat about taking a trip, but the bigger whys why you want to take a trip. Maybe you've been so busy and you just want to disconnect. And it doesn't really matter where you go, but through a conversation, we might be able to come up with, the ideal location for you. That's what travel coaching is about. That's one of the things that I do. You can send me an email, backinthegrooveagain@gmail.com. And I'm going to continue my walk so I can appreciate where I am right now. Bye. Take care.